Hello everyone, this is the Highlander coming back at you again with another Highlander wrestling show video. To all my fans out there, I'm gonna talk about a few more magazines and some posters and some figures and collections and stuff and everything. And I hope everybody out there enjoys it. And I hope everybody's staying warm at least. And I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Before I forget to mention it, because I forgot to mention it in my last video. When I was doing the magazine collection. Um, let's get started here with the. Now, these magazines I'm going to show you here are going to be old. They're going to be around my age and what I remember when I started watching pro wrestling. But the magazines I'm going to show, or the majority of them I'm going to show, is going to be the magazines that was called the Wrestling Main Event. Now, the first one I got here is from February 1987. I was already watching pro wrestling. I was already a Hulkamaniac, watching rock and wrestling cartoons on Saturday mornings. Of course, among other stuff I was into, like G.I. Joe and uh, Ghostbusters and all that came on Saturday mornings, the California Raisins. But anyway, that's beside what I'm here to talk about. But this magazine is from, like I said, 1987, February. Wrestling Main Event. It's got Hulk Hogan on there. Look how young Hulk Hogan looks on here. This is when he hadn't lost completely all of his hair. And this is a very cool picture. And on the back of it, I wish I could get a hold of some of these VHS tapes, especially nowadays. Like I could try to put them on DVD, transfer them over to DVD so I can keep them longer. There was the exotic world of pro wrestling in Japan. I think that's a Torio Inoki right there, or the Great Baba. And I know that's Dick Murdoch right there. And look at that. Back then, these tapes would have cost $39, about, go ahead and just say $40. Of course, you had to order them all the way from Japan, so I guess that's why they was that much. But that was I would have loved to got a hold of these VHS tapes. Now on the inside of this one, it's got some of the Coliseum home video uh, advertisement in there. You can get the British Bulldog tape, the greatest steel cage matches, which I've got that one. And I would love to get a hold of this Best of WF Volume 9. It's got Junkyard Dog on it. That was the cool thing about these. That would show you the advertisement of that. Now the poster in this one is going to be of like I said, I'm going to show magazines and posters and stuff like that. It's got Mr. Paul Wonderful against Hulk Hogan when he was going for the world title. He's got Hogan pinned there, but he couldn't pin him for the 1, 2, 3. But anyway, yeah, that's one right there. If anybody finds this at a place and they got it for sale and everything, if you can afford it, or if it's not too high, this will be a good one for y'all to collect out there. Anybody that likes to collect this kind of stuff, like I do, anyway. Oh, let's see. All right, now the next one I got is a Wrestling Main Event. This was in July of 1986. This is about the time I started watching it. Got one of my favorite wrestlers, may he rest in peace. That was a bad deal that happened to him. Tony Atlas talks about it a whole lot. I would love to meet Tony Atlas, but he was there when this happened. But there's Bruiser Brody when he was going by King Kong Brody. Look at all that wild hair. And there's, of course, Andre the Giant. Got a little thing there of him. And on the back of this one, it's got the Killer Bees, but that's a very good magazine to get if you find it for your collection. This one has got a thing in here of WrestleMania 2. Had a lot of great celebrities in there. Ray Charles was the first celebrity to sing America the Beautiful. for WrestleMania. Danny DeVito was there. Elvira was there. Mr. T. Um, let's see. Ozzy Osbourne was there. I think I already said Danny DeVito. Yeah, and it's got a lot of people in here. And the poster in this one is a very good one of the same man, Bruiser Brody's. I didn't want to take these kind of posters out of these magazines. I didn't want to mess up the magazine because these are not very easy to come by. And anyway, the next one is in February of 1983, the year I was born. This magazine's the same age as me. And on the front of this one, it's got, I believe that's supposed to be Don Morocco. And of course, everybody knows what that is. That's Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Look at the Captain Lou Albano right there with his rubber bands in his face. But yeah, this is a wrestling main event. Of course, y'all can see it and read it. Sorry about that. But on the back of it, it's got Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Now, the thing I like about these back then, I would love to get a hat like that. If anybody out there knows how to get a hold of a hat like this or knows somebody that's got one they don't want a whole lot for it, please inbox me on here and I'll get back with y'all. I've been trying to find a cap like this. If anybody's got one or knows where I could get one at or give me some information about it and everything, and I can go from there. But this here has got a cool poster in it. It's got when Nature Boy Buddy Rogers used to have a little segment on WWF called the Rogers Corner. And he always did a lot of interviews with wrestlers and everything, but here's a good poster of that particular course. You can see that's Nature Boy Jimmy Rogers, and I believe that's either Jay Youngblood or Chief Wahoo McDonald, or I want to say it's Chief Wahoo McDonald. That's who it kind of looks like. Or it might be Chief Jay Strongbow, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the head, the feathers, and everything kind of throw off and everything. But this one here is a very cool magazine to have for your collection. And let's see here. Now we're gonna go with the next one. This is from also 1983. This is in April. The wrestling main event. This is a very good one to find if y'all can find it and get it. You can afford and everything. The Magnificent Don Morocco, and there's Bob Backlund, and there's Hulk Hogan and Torio Inoki when they was in, Hogan was in Japan. That's where he won the tournament trophy and everything. Very cool magazine. This is on the back of it. This has got two of my favorite Japanese wrestlers. There's Killer Konga and Torio Inoki. Look at all that blood. You don't see that nowadays. Now the poster in this one, they find it. Oh yeah, here's a good poster of Hulk Hogan in Japan with the Japanese fan women that were fans, I guess, of him. Look at that shirt he's got on. Look at them sunglasses. Look like he ought to have been in the 70s. And that big old belt buckle. I got a belt buckle with a similarity to that. It's a vintage one. Belonged to my stepdad. And the poster in this one is of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. The son, he was the father of Goldust and Cody Rhodes. That's a good poster of him. And before he started showing scars on his forehead, he was still doing here's another good picture of Hulk Hogan and Ontario Inoki. Now that's the figure. I got this figure with this particular robe and everything and the tights and everything in Japan. There's Ontario Inoki. And on the other side of this poster, there's Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, when he was a big deal. He had the blonde hair and everything. He was an incredibly strong individual. And Let's see if I can find something else right here, right quick. Anyway, oh yeah, here's one. Now, anybody that tells me that Andre the Giant wasn't ever bit 7'4", I don't know. He looked it to me in this picture. There's Pedro Morales with the world title, and Andre with his friend's vest and everything, which Andre was, I believe, every bit 7'4". I think he was even close to 7'5". But anyway, but yeah, this is a very good magazine to have. You can find it, for your collection and everything. By all means, go for it. And here's another wrestling main event. I almost forgot. I'm glad I looked for it. This is from 1984, May of 1984. There's Hulk Hogan while he was still in Japan wearing the black tights and everything. There's one of the Bushwhackers, which back then it was called the Sheep Herders, and before that it was called the Kiwis when they was in Canadian Stampede Wrestling. For a lot of fans out there that didn't know, and the poster for this one is, of course, Hulk Hogan in the Japanese attire, the robe and everything, and like I said, I got this figure, which he don't have this particular color robe on, but still pretty cool. And on the back of this one, it's got Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. I think, yeah, Jay Youngblood as tag team champions. Very good, cool magazine to have. Like I said, you can find this one, you'll go for it, because it would be good for your collection. And let's see here. Let me go get these. Oh, now this right here is from a magazine, The Undertaker. I can't go all the way down on it because it's so big. And on the other side, it's got Francine, which we all know what Francine looks like. And this one is a Bret Hart. See if I can get y'all a better view of it. Because like I said, I can't go all the way open on it because I don't have enough background. I don't have enough room behind me to kind of show, but that's a good one. And for anybody out there that's debating on this is authentic or not, that's the bottom part of it right there. It says WWF. On the back of it, it's got Bret Hart with the world title again. So it's basically, basically the same thing. Oh, here's another Bret Hart. Now this one I don't believe is an authentic WWF one. I think this is when they started calling it WWE. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it don't even have WWE on it. It's just, or WWF on. Well, yeah, on the back of it, it's got WWF on it on the referee. But that's a cool poster of Bret Hart. That's him on the back of it. You can see the referee with the WWF sign on his sleeve on his referee shirt. Oh, now here's another good WWF one for anybody out there that was a Rock fan. The Brahmer Bull. And that's a good one for anybody out there that's a Rock fan. Now this right here is what I got for I think it was $1. Actually no, it says 25 cents, so that's must be what I paid for it. At a store that sold stuff. It was a Hulk Hogan Hulkamania poster. And I can't get this one all the way open because it's so big. But as you can see, it's got the WWF. Well, here's a better view of it. Better. As these particular figures and everything, which I wish I could have got a hold of a figure. Wish they had them when I found this poster because it was cool to have. I could got both of them. But anyway, that was all of that. Here is a good WWE for y'all's collection for DVDs. Anybody out there that loves to go back through history and wrestling and everything, here's the Legends of Mid-South. 3 discs. Look at the Junkyard Dog, Ted DiBiase, Jake the Snake Roberts. The only problem I had with this one, oh yeah, on the back of it, it's got One Man Game, Michael Hayes, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. It didn't have no footage of Playboy Mike Rose, my wife's uncle. I wish if anybody out there knows how to get a hold of a match or any footage of Playboy and Mike Rose, please inbox me on the comment and let me know, and I'll get in touch with y'all. Because I really would like to get a hold of some footage of him. But anyway, here's a DVD. I bought these DVDs offline. I have one VHS tape of it. It's the cartoon of the Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Very cool DVD. I watched it, loved it. Brought back memories of seeing this on Saturday morning cartoons. And here's some wrestling, Legends of Wrestling DVDs. I got the Terry Funk and Rowdy Piper one that's got a few of their matches, and there's a lot of these superstars talking about them. This is a good one to get if y'all find it somewhere. Do get it for your collection because you won't regret it. This here is, I got this off the same, I got this from at a show from a vendor with my good buddy of mine, Ultimo Gallows. Everybody watches his videos. He hooked me up with these. But this here is one of the discs in there. It's got Junkyard Dog and Jerry the King Lawler. Had a very good matches on there. Some stuff I never even seen before or heard of or didn't know actually had happened. Very good to have for your collection. Here's another one, good one. The only thing is, the only really good thing it had on there, good matches on there, was Sergeant Slaughter's matches. I've seen the other ones of Ric Flair a bunch of times. It's got a lot of good Sergeant Slaughter matches on it. Oh, here's one. I met Buff Bagwell. He's a pretty nice, cool individual. Oh, there's Lex Luger, which I wasn't a huge fan of Buff Bagwell, but he was cool to me. He was real nice. But like I said, this here would be good for anybody's collection. Alright, now we're going to go to the next thing. Here is a G.I. Joe figure. Everybody knows who was in G.I. Joe cartoon back then. If you're my age and older, you would know who I'm talking about. Sergeant Slaughter. There's the G.I. Joe figure of Sergeant Slaughter. Love this figure. It's got the black gloves. I think that's the original, I believe. It's the one where he's wearing the black gloves with the red around the cuff of the glove. He's got the whistle around his neck. It says USA. With his little sergeant hat and glasses. I got this a while back. Very cool to have. And here's some of these other ones are some good legends. A lot of them were in ECW and a lot of them was in WWF and WCW, except for maybe two of them. Anyway, here's the franchise, Shane Douglas, the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, a bunch of times. I always thought Shane Douglas was pretty cool. It's got the little, of course, this one here is messed up his foobar, but anyway, he's old. And here's the original human suplex machine. The man that, he was a tough individual in my opinion. Even Bam Bam Bigelow will say that in the interview. The Taz or the Tasmaniac. He was a very cool wrestler, very tough. He could do suplexes out of anywhere. Very tough individual. Excuse me. And here's, may rest in peace, Chris Benoit, the Wolverine. Man that beat Brock Lesnar more than once. Made him tap out. Love this figure. Found this at a show. Here's some more I got at the show. The Homicidal Maniac. Sabu. You can sell you. That's pretty cool. They got the scars on him and the little armband, and you know he's got the gold pants on. Oops, excuse me. Made him lopsided. Anyway, but yeah, that's a cool figure. Didn't put the Sabu or anything on his glove like he had written on there, or I know it was on his armband. Anyway, Here's my absolutely favorite, the man that won the most ECW world titles of all time, the Sandman. Love the Sandman. I wish I could meet him one day. I even got the exact same shirt he's got on. Very good, very good to have. I love his interviews he has. And here's another old one that we no longer is with us anymore. I think his son is still wrestling. His son is wrestling now. Brian Pillman. Of course, he was a part of the Hart Foundation too, and he was part of Canadian Stampede Wrestling. Very good figure to have for your collection. But anyway, hope everybody out there enjoys this video of the collection. And anybody got collections out there they want to show off, send me pictures and stuff. And we'll talk about different things and everything. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to Ultimo Gallows. Keep him in mind. Watch out for next wrestling shows. Hope everybody out there enjoys this video, and everybody try to stay warm these next couple of days because it's cold tonight. And I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving this past Thanksgiving. And y'all keep out for my next videos, and I'll try to get them out as soon as I can. And y'all have a good one.